That's why I hate the wilderness, Whitney. There might be bear, moose, and a crazy cobra chicken.
Cobra chicken?
Canadian
the
geese.
only crazy animal here is that one right there.
Join us on a long weekend camping adventure in Tobermory for lots of views and brews and maybe even a bear or two.
Weather the weather, we're gonna be out doing it. Let's go. We're in Owen Sound and we're at the first stop of our big adventure for this weekend. It's the long weekend, so naturally we're going camping.
This is a mud station. This is a pretty cool brewery. Need a refill.
Mudtown Station used to be a Canadian Pacific Railway station. It was abandoned for decades from the 1940s until the 1970s. Now it's this amazing craft brewery with a restaurant serving up local brews and really delicious bites. There's waterfront views, some really cool heritage design, just like this telephone booth that you see here. It's the first brewery here in Owen Sound for over 100 years.
That's so cool.
Hello, Mom? I won't be coming back home today. Bye-bye. Love you. Yeah, this is a cool place. That is a boat.
Yeah.
Look at the size of this boat.
So, overall aesthetic of Mudtown Station Brewery was really good. The beers weren't my favorite beers in the whole world, and they don't let dogs. I'm sure in the summertime they would allow dogs on their patio. So I'm gonna rate this place maybe like 7.5 out of 10. What do you think?
I don't get to say because they didn't have lager. They don't want my rating at this point.
Pit stop number 2, we're headed over to Spirit Rock Conservation Area for a quick hike and some lunch.
This ruin is actually cooler than the Hermitage ruin. It's like looks more like authentic and like they've actually left it.
What is this supposed to be?
This is the ruin of an estate built in 1882 by Alexander McNeill, a wealthy Scottish immigrant and a member of Parliament. The original estate was a 17-room mansion with stables, orchards, and greenhouses. The estate was called the Huron, a Gaelic word meaning point of land running into the sea. This spiral staircase at Spirit Rock Conservatory is definitely a must-see on your hiking adventure. This staircase was originally built by the homeowner in 1882 out of wood and has been restored by the Conservation Authority.
What did you find down there?
The beach.
Is it nice?
It's beautiful.
What is that? Show me. What the hell? That's a fern.
It's a fiddlehead. They're edible. See? You can buy them this time of the year in the grocery stores.
Okay.
So now we're headed to our campsite in Tobermory. It's about 50 minutes from here. So when we get there, we're going to show you our campsite without anything on it so that you can see the sort of transformation. This time, we're car camping. So we're going to kind of do glamping meets minimum. So we don't have any tools.
Still glamping?
Yeah, so we don't have any tools for really like cooking. We're going to use the fire to cook.
Before we do, I think there is one spot that I was very eager to go and see.
I didn't know you had anything on the itinerary.
Beer-tinerary.
Beer-tinerary. I think he's coined a new term. In the dictionary, if you look up beer-tinerary, it has Chariz's face.
Okay.
Oh no, please, tell me about your beer-tinerary.
There's one spot that I really wanted to see. Tobermory Brewing Company that makes very high quality lagers.
Anyways, guys, we'll see you when we get to the campsite. And if this guy's lucky, we'll stop at Tobermory Brewing Company. Although I had it on the itinerary for tomorrow. Maybe.
Okay, here we are, and this is our What the f, Whitney? Thought you said we were going to the cottage. Who took the house?
I'm gonna make the house. Look at the fire pit. It's gonna
You
be
can't
so
make a house, Whitney.
I'm gonna make a house in the wilderness with just my hands and a bunch of stuff I bought before. So this is gonna be so cute, and all here is all water. So I guess the flies are gonna be either amazing or really bad.
Really bad, I would say.
Yeah. We've got 5 thermocells, so should be good. We'll make our own little world. Okay, you guys go play somewhere else. And the best way to set up a tent is with a brew in your hand. Cheers.
Good thing we have our dog, so she cultivated all the land before. So as you see, everything is like 2 tractors we're ripping off around here.
Tilling the soil. Do not even. What are you doing?
This is the final product. I'm the element of fire, and this is the element of disappointment.
Why?
Misery and angriness all the time.
That's not true.
See, that is the face. It's very deceiving. Very deceiving.
True. You're nuts out. Careful of the tent.
This is our guard dog. She might not bite you, but she will knock you off with her zoomies. Hey. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go look for some wood.
You're not allowed to forage for wood here.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna find a dead wood. Day number 2. We're starving. We're out of food and water. Out of beer.
That's not true.
This is our last wood. Bazooka is freezing cold. She's experiencing severe hypothermia. And the element of disappointment and no fun is always chirping non-stop.
Help me stop the tarp.
Like you'd see many forest inhabitants.
What?
Inhabitants?
Forest inhabitants?
Yeah.
Oh, this is so nice. So we're gonna finish our hike and we're gonna head back to the campsite and cook dinner on the open fire.
So this is it. This is the reveal of our campsite.
Important thing with a tent with enclosure like that has a screen is put something on the ground that's waterproof so you can take your shoes off before you even get to the tent so that you don't drag in any nasty shit.
I thought that was my bedroom right there.
Then we have our tent. It comes equipped with many twinkle lights.
Oh my god, you even have the furs here.
And I have a fur. And Bazooka has her own little bed. And then we can turn on so many twinkle lights. Little chandelier. And then we have our bed. And we're camping at the very beginning of the season. So it's gonna be chilly tonight. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blankets. And we have these extra blankets that we can use at night. The most important thing too is when you're in this area of Bruce Peninsula, there are Massaga rattlesnakes here. So
And bears.
So I've put twinkle lights outside of the tent so that at night if you have to go pee, you can see clearly on the ground so that you don't step on someone accidentally.
What is that?
Solar lights?
More twinkle lights?
Absolutely.
Are you cooking fingers for dinner? Oh.
No, I'm making smash burgers.
And she's passing out.
So the thing about car camping is that you get some of these like luxuries of having like a table, like technically a tabletop to cut things on. You can bring all this extra stuff with you. I'm so used to like backcountry camping that I like forget that we have these luxuries and I don't even plan for it, but it's really nice when it happens.
Sizzle, sizzle. So much nizzle.
Oh yeah. Okay, let's get some more burgers on here.
exciting. I'm excited because this looks amazing. The perks of car camping when you can have something like this. Paper plate, like what? What kind of camping is that? This is glamping as far as I'm concerned.
I'll hold my comments on that.
Good morning, everyone.
How was your night?
That was such a cozy night.
Cozy?
Yeah.
I was shaking the whole fucking...
I was not shaking or cold at all. And my little pepperoni over here.
Pepperoni? I'm not gonna lie, she's like a little heater. Why? Wait. Bazooka, wait. Let's see for the animals. Snakes. Good morning, snakes. I know. There's one in there.
Hello, good morning. Good morning. Getting the fire started for breakfast time.
What are we having here?
I'm boiling up some water to make some coffee.
Look at that.
Okay.
Start close.
So it doesn't have to boil because it's bottled water. It just has to be hot enough for the instant coffee to dissolve.
Oh, and I have a Timbit. I saved it from yesterday. A coffee and a treat.
And so we're waiting for a treat.
And breakfast is not done yet?
We're going to reserve some of the bacon fat. That's why I was cooking it in the pan as well as on the grill, because we're going to use it for bannock later. So I brought one of the containers that we had yesterday. There was a tomato in there. So we're just going to reserve as much of that fat as possible. Perfect. And then we're going to put our pan back on to cook up some eggs. This is the best plant-based butter I've ever had. I've never seen plant-based butter do that before.
I've never seen plant-based butter.
So excited for a big breakfast so that we have like lots of energy and fuel for when we're out on the trail.
So what's the plan for today?
We're gonna be doing a big hike of the Grotto, and I need to look at the map when we get to the park to see like the kilometer of those loops, because I don't want to do more than 10 kilometers today. I think 10 kilometers is probably like the maximum.
The Grotto Trail is a loop trail that's approximately 5 kilometers from the parking lot and back.
But that's why we're going to fuel up, and we're going to bring some snacks with us on the trail as well. But I really want to...
10 kilometers?
Yeah. We're going to check out the Grotto, and then we're going to do Lion's Head another day because we need to have legs left when we finish this hiking.
I mean, there's still date tomorrow.
There's still tomorrow. So what I really wanted to spend a couple minutes talking about, though, is actually this park, Land's End.
Man, bacon tastes so much better on fire
I
when
know,
you cook it on
so
a
good.
campfire.
So I wanted to talk about this park that we're staying at, Land's End. This is a private campground, and actually it's one of the best private campgrounds I've stayed at. It's totally privately owned. They have some beach access, which is on the other side of the road from where you actually stay. We're staying up here in campsite 75. It's the most like isolated and secluded site that has no...
It's right on the trail, which is really nice.
It has no power and no water, which is what we wanted. And just the park is like super clean. The bathrooms are really clean.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's really
Showers
good.
are nice. It's 25 cents for 4 minutes in the shower, so it's actually reasonable. The sites are small, and they're not spaced out as much as I would like, but they are like where we are. There's tons of greenery and trees, so it's really, really nice. There's a lineup to get in, and on our way here, 1 kilometer up the road, there were signs saying no parking on either side of the road. So it tells me that maybe in peak season, people are trying to like park their cars and walk from 1 kilometer away. And then these gates, there's a double gate to get in, but it takes a few minutes per car. So I can imagine like peak season, it could take an hour just to get into the park itself.
If you can. If the park is not at capacity.
If it's not at capacity. So I think it's really advantageous to come off peak season. And just so you know, there's no alcohol or cannabis allowed in the park. No, I don't.
This location is reservation only.
Oh,
so
can I make one right now?
We're fully booked here today.
Oh, okay.
So the grotto, it's quite busy, so on long weekends it does book up quite fast. If you're looking for a very similar rocky shoreline area,
yeah,
you can go to Halfway Log Jam, Singing Sands, or the Visitor Center. Those 3 locations are available for
okay, so for tomorrow, is it fully booked?
Tomorrow, I believe we do have space.
Can we book it now?
I can't book it with you, but you can book it either with that phone number or that website.
Okay, perfect.
Bad news.
It requires a reservation. But
What other spots did you say?
there's other beautiful places. Halfway Log Jam,
Singing Sands, that's what she said.
Singing Sands.
Our first stop in our change of plans is Singing Sands, which gets its name from the unique sounds that the sand makes when you walk on it in certain humidity. We didn't get to hear it this day because it was really rainy outside. The beach goes out for what looks like forever. This is one of the only places we checked out on the Huron side of the peninsula. We didn't stay long because it was pretty flat and we wanted to check out the rocky outcrops. So we headed over to Halfway Log Dump.
So how do you pay?
So there's a QR code over there.
Yeah, but that didn't work.
No data. Then you can pay here.
But there's no forms.
Self-registration forms, but there's no forms. So when in doubt, just tape your license plate number to money and stick it in the cash box.
Let's roll.
Let's go.
Lakeside. Whoa, look at that.
The Jimmy says here. Wow, look at the water.
I know. You want to go to the rocks?
Yeah, there.
Yeah. Good girl. There's a cave there. Whitney said there's a cave and might be a witch living there. I think witches know witches. Look at this one.
That's a Views and Brews moment right there. If you want to see more crazy things like this, click now to subscribe and leave us a comment on the best places that you know to grab a view and a brew.
Tell me. Holy shit. Yeah. On top of the world. Is it just straight cliff?
It's just straight cliff, like, and it's not like this, it's like this. Look at this view. This is amazing. What a view. Yeah, those are the...
Oh my god, what is this?
It's a snackle box. It's like a tackle box, but full of snacks. And they're hiking snacks. There's a sausage too, but I didn't cut it up because of the bears.
Oh, I love granolas. Protein. So we had to change our plans. We overestimated our energy, resources, power, and hiking abilities.
Hiking abilities? I don't think
Oh,
so.
there you go. Of course, she's who was the one that suggested the rerouting?
Not because of my hiking abilities,
No.
but because I don't want to hike back in the dark. It's not.
I know two things. Jägermeister's waiting for me, and Tobermory Brewery is waiting for us.
Yeah, and this is such a beautiful hike. We've had
It's amazing.
views. And so I don't feel like we're missing anything, and I'm happy that we're being safe, you know, because when you're hiking, you have to make sure that you know where you're going, you know what you're doing, and that you're being safe. It can get dark really fast, and you don't want to be lost in the woods. Even if you're not lost, you don't want to be in the woods in the dark.
And Bazooka is getting really frustrated because she's really tired and she tries to lay down, but the surface is all like that, so she can't even lay down. So we're off to the parking lot, and we'll see you in Tobermory Center, Tobermory Brewing Company.
We'll see you in part 2 of this video when we head over to Tobermory Brewing Company, do some more camping, and check out some more epic hikes along the way.